Looking to go out in the town in the city of Boston for an affordable price and grab some great food, drinks, and atmosphere in the Seaport District? Well, look no further than newcomer Seaport Social. Seaport Social is a premier and authentic social house that is poised to proudly serve the Boston area for many years to come. Their mission is to provide high-quality food and unique craft beer selection, along with a welcoming atmosphere for all those that wish to witness firsthand what the Boston social spirit is all about. From a top-notch bar, great group seating, to their premier menu including their massive loaded nachos, endless craft beers on tap, and an exquisite espresso martini option, look for manager Jimmy, who will satisfy your needs. A project that has been 4 years in the making is finally here, Seaport Social, which is located at 225 Northern Avenue in the Seaport District in Boston, will officially open its doors for their grand opening December 1st. Get there while you can and tell them Steele and Nazz sent you. Eat, drink, social. That's what the Seaport Social does. What's up, Steele and Nazzers? We got a special episode this week. Nazz is out of the house, so Magic's taking over the intro.
Look out.
We got
Fight week.
The prisoners have taken over the asylum. It's getting crazy in here.
And it is fight week. It is Rough and Rowdy once again. Our favorite time of the year. Anytime Rough and Rowdy's around is a big time for us.
Bobby Laing looking to go 10-0 in his amateur professional boxing career.
Double digits, baby.
It's the big one.
Over the cusp. Who's he fighting again? Doesn't matter. You put a fucking brick wall in front of that guy, Bobby's beating him.
He's fighting some bum. Make it happen. He ain't gonna make it happen. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And we have Scary Barry on the fucking show today. He's a Rough and Rowdy, 4-time Rough and Rowdy guy. Couple wins, couple losses. He fought at Kings of Combat. He's a friend of the program. Loves us. We
Not
love
a friend. I got to recorrect you. Scary Barry might be our most active listener from the podcast.
He's basically in the crew.
He really is.
Stud.
Scary Barry goes hard for what he loves. He's big with all the Rough and Rowdy greats. He's in there like swimwear every time. He's the guy who throws the after parties. He fights. He does it all. He's a fucking man.
Steele, what's your favorite part from the interview?
Well, hearing some of the backstories. He's just had an awesome time meeting all those people. You get to travel so much, and he's living the dream. You know what I mean? It's like being a boxer. It really is.
I thought he was going to come through the screen when I said he lived in West Virginia.
Yeah, I thought he was. I thought that clearly is like,
Oh, that rabbit.
whatever
like that.
college football teams he likes is arch rivals with.
Sad
fucking-
fact, he told me he was from like DC, and then he said he was from Virginia. Idiot move
That's
with
the
me.
same
Yeah,
thing,
I
yeah.
I
know.
think he's from D.C. He lives in Virginia now.
They're the
The-
DC's in Virginia.
I think
though,
it's
right?
in Maryland.
DC is technically its own thing, but all
Maybe I'm not an
all
idiot.
three of
Wait,
those,
excuse me. It's in Delaware.
they all claim it. Like it's like its own thing.
No.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
No, that's not a fact.
We'll Google that.
D.C. is inside the
Chat
state
GPT
of
that.
Delaware. I'm almost 100% positive.
So what else? On the show, we also got some Jake Paul recap. He fought last week, finally lost.
We have some huge UFC news this week. We got the return of Jon Bones Jones, the baddest
one.
man to ever come
Big one.
into the UFC ring. One of my personal favorite fighters.
3 years in the making, boys. Let's go.
And our guest today is Scary Barry from the Rough and Rowdy. Scary, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm excited, dude. I've been listening to this since probably before my first Rough and Rowdy when you guys were having Bobby on. So it's pretty cool, man.
Oh, yeah. Scary,
thank you. Yeah.
Scary's a good personal friend of the podcast. When I say he actually listens to every single episode, when we were just in Providence together for Bobby's last fight, he's like literally referencing stuff I was saying on the podcast, but like 45 minutes in. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Nice.
He actually listens.
He's
Like,
real.
Yeah, I can't be low-key sending jabs to Scary Barry. But I just want to get an introduction here. Scary Barry is a well-known fighter in the sport and has gained reputation as aggressive fighting style and knockout power. Also known for his colorful personality and tendencies to trash talk his opponents to lead up to the fights. What is it like going into a fight for Rough and Rowdy?
It's all different, man. It's kind of hard for me with Rough and Rowdy because I really do like the trash talking stuff. So most of the time, man, it's probably not a good habit, but I'm more focused on that. I'm like, what am I going to say to this dude at the weigh-in and stuff, you know? And then we're all hyped up. And then afterward, I'm like, man, I got to fight that guy tomorrow, huh? Like,
Yeah,
kind of just more focused on. It's hard because
Yeah, it
for
probably
Rough and
pissed him
Rowdy
off
too,
today.
you know. Yeah, you got to entertain him too, but at the same time, I should probably focus a little more on the fighting, maybe. But
I got a better question.
the weigh-ins
than
are so fun, man.
that chat GPT
Magic,
question.
just
You
shut the
ripped
fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
Here's the real first
Greg's
question.
already sweating.
How did you become like the money man, Scary Barry, like that first Rough and Rowdy? What drew you to it? What made you want to do it? What was up with that jumpsuit, money man jumpsuit? Like that was in Miami, right? Your first fight?
Man, I wish it was
Or
in
no?
Charlestown, West Virginia.
Oh,
So we used to always travel in suits and stuff, kind of as a joke whenever we were going on trips. And then for one bachelor party, I got that money suit. And then I was just trying to get their attention, really. So I wore that suit in my video. And then from there, it was kind of just like, all right, I guess we're going to go all in on this money stuff here. And then pretty much just bought every piece of money article of clothing I could buy online and wore that.
You must have seen some shit looking that up. It must have been some crazy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like money
Need a
times
little
actual
wormhole
real
there.
money.
like something crazy. So for our listeners, maybe not know, how many Rough and Rowdies have you been in? How many have you fought in?
4. I did those first 2 in Charlestown, West Virginia. That's kind of the closest part of West Virginia to where I live. So that's kind of how I got in. And then the one in Morgantown, and then was it that one in Huntington, West Virginia, where Marshall is.
Right.
why the hell did I think you fought in the Miami? The Miami? Were you ever involved in any of the
Dude,
Miami?
I wish, man.
No?
That would have been epic. Nah, and I should have too, because that one was that was all sponsored by FanDuel and FanDuel Sportsbook and stuff. And I worked for them for 6 years, so like that should have been me main event right there, man.
Maybe
But
that's
I didn't
why
know
they
about it
didn't let
at
you
the
in.
I
time.
say conflict of interest, maybe.
Yeah.
They saw the
Well, that's
FanDuel on your resume.
before it. They were partnered with them
Oh,
at that point,
True.
which is kind
That's
of
true.
weird because right after that they went with the Barstool Sportsbook and everything.
Yeah, with the pen gambling. That probably happened with the buyout and all
Yeah.
that stuff, though. And so I got to know, how'd you get into fighting in general? Did you fight when you were younger? Did you kind of just spark
No.
your interest when you saw this?
Like I said, it was the entertainment
Right.
thing more.
So that's like what brought you
Um,
in, like straight up, like almost the WWE aspect, the shit talking, the showmanship, like really getting your attention out there, kind of being that viral sensation.
Yeah, sort of. It's funny because, with you guys, like you look at Bobby Laing, like if a fight breaks out in your guys' neighborhood, like it's probably, you're calling out Bobby Laing, like he's the guy. Like I was the opposite of that growing up. I was always the small kid, But then I got into boxing a little bit and I was doing it at home. And then during COVID, I just got a punching bag, started doing that and stuff. And then we always talked about doing Rough and Rowdy, but again, it was never me. It was like always one of my other friends. But I was boxing at home, you hit the bag a little bit. I felt like I could beat anybody in the world. And then it was a close Rough and Rowdy, so I kind of just had to do it.
Do you have a specific game plan when you go into these fights, or like where you're so new, it's kind of just like I got to beat this guy in front of me, or?
Definitely sort of the first one. It was like the whole time my boy that trained me, George, he's the man. He was telling me like there's going to be this huge adrenaline dump. Just, be calm, be calm. So I'm telling everyone about that all day. I'm like, I'm the expert now. And all day I'm like, breathe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the entrance for that one, but as soon as that money started flying above my head, it was like all that went out the window. And I was like, I'm going to kill this guy. And then, I don't think I took a single breath during the fight. Like I've never been more tired. The second one, I was way more like, let's chill out. And then I kind of need to find a mix from there between like still being a little bit aggressive but calming down a little bit, have a plan.
Like, has your fight game developed at all as far as like your style? Like you said, you're calming down, but like you definitely seen improvement in yourself in like what aspects?
Yeah, man, that's what's cool. It's like I'm really learning this whole new thing and getting way better at it. And then I feel good about it too. I'm like, man, I probably should have learned to fight a long time ago. Probably a good thing to have in your back pocket.
I would have thought you had been fighting for a while. Like watching you from the beginning to now, you just seem like someone who's been boxing for like who's about it. I know you're always around
I wish,
helping these
man.
other
I was like
fighters
the
too.
opposite. I grew up mad small,
I'm
dude. You look
surprised
at
that you said that.
when I got my driver's permit, I was 5'1", dude.
Oh,
And
shit.
not like a stocky 5'1". I was like tiny. So I was always talking shit, man, always, because I had my bigger friends. So, but
gotta let it ride.
yeah,
When
gotta
now,
let it ride.
When you're the smallest friend, you always have bigger
now they're
ones,
all
which is-
married, and I'm like, now I'm the one working out all day. So I guess I got to be the fighter, maybe.
Well, you got it now, and you've been doing it long enough.
So like
Trying,
diving into
man.
some like personal questions, like what were you doing before boxing? What was like a hobby of yours or something you enjoyed like before you found the fight game?
Yeah, I'm always trying to play sports and stuff. So I still play hockey a little bit. Grew up soccer, hockey, lacrosse, and then playing pickup basketball around here. But now it's pretty. And I was playing more golf too. I kind of stopped playing golf a little bit because I should probably work out on box instead. So that's kind of tough.
And speaking of working out, who are your trainers right now? So when you're down in West Virginia, like, do you have like a full team, or like, I know when you come up here for the fights, you fight with like the Sean, what's his last name?
McDonough?
Yeah.
Oh, Sean
McDonough.
McDonough. Yeah. So I live in Virginia. There's a big difference between Virginia and West Virginia. So,
Oh, sorry.
Don't get it twisted at all. buddy.
First state, ever heard of it?
But nah, dude, like I said, I really had nothing. I had taken like probably like 5 boxing lessons from this guy George Billy. He's the fucking man. You probably seen him with me in some of my fights, and he's just like a beast MMA fighter. Like, he was Kamaru Usman's roommate in college. He was a state champion wrestler.
That's a hell of
and
an
shit.
accolade.
Like, this kid's a beast. And this was like, dude, when I got into Rough and Rowdy, I didn't hear back for a while, so I thought I was out. I was at the beach raging, and then they hit me up. And the fight was in 3 weeks. And my boy George had trained me a little bit a couple years ago, and I just texted him. I was like, dude, I'm fighting in 3 weeks. And he was at my house 7 a.m. the next day.
That's a good
What a
coach.
warrior. Gotta love that.
That's
Gotta
a
love
good
that.
coach.
Always him, and he took me into his gym, Aikido. So the guys there, and my other boy Ricardo is a boxing coach, and he was like already training people and stuff. So he brought me in too. So they've been a big help. And then now Sean's training me online actually most of the time too. So that's my biggest thing. I wish I could be up there, man. That is like the best training up there.
Yeah, we know you were up here last week. So how was it like training for Bobby, kind of getting ready for the next Rough and Rowdy?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. It's like, I knew, I've seen what level he's on. So just to be even in there training with him, and like, I felt like I was in pretty good shape to go in there, and then Sean's like, okay, we're going to do this drill. Here's this 10-pound ball. And then there's this 20-pound ball next to it. I'm like, what's that? He's like,
That's for Bobby.
That's what Bobby
Yeah,
does.
you don't gotta worry about that.
And then it's like, we get in the ring and stuff, and they kind of know what's up. So they're like, all right, let's get Bobby, 10 rounds in there, and then you can go in. And maybe at the end, you'll be equally as tired after your 2 rounds. And that's pretty much how it goes.
So you've sparred him?
Yeah.
And when we were training for Kings of Combat, like when we kind of like noticed that. So I think Magic was kind of revisiting back on that question about like explain how he's shocked that you're not a boxer. I think it kind of boils down to like your motivation and determination to like the actual game of like putting in the work, the hard work and stuff. So when that comes to Bobby and you see him and we're like going like, hey, let's try and get 3 days in this week, 4 days, 5 days. Bobby's like, no, for the last 7 days, for the last 4 years, I have nonstop go to the gym. Like no questions asked. Like I am so dedicated to that. So that what is that like seeing as far as like that championship level?
Oh, he's all in, because it's kind of weird with Rough and Rowdy too. Like how I said, it's still kind of entertainment. So like Bobby was the first one I saw. We're like, yeah, dude, people are gonna watch this and laugh and have a good time. But like, I'm here to like hurt people and be the champ and stuff. And he doesn't give a fuck who he's boxing for, where it is. Like, he's gonna do whatever it takes to win that fight. And it's just like you can see it in his eyes at all time, dude. He's crazy.
That man does not want to lose. I promise you.
No, it does not.
He won't lose. He can't lose. I don't think he knows how.
I honestly don't think he ever will
even
lose.
Like you're even when you're saying about how he's like, hey, let Bobby do 10 rounds in there, then you can go in. Like when we were in the boxing gym, Bobby tells me, he's like, hey, we'll spar. I'll take it semi-easy on me, but he's like, I literally want you going 135,000%. Literally fucking smash me as hard as possible. Like if I can't be up to your level, then only go to, but like that. So like even that mindset from him, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the gym this day. Actually, I told him I rotated.
Yeah, you're gonna be there. I don't know.
You could have paid me to get in that fucking ring to spar with him.
So, coming from the entertainment value of Rough and Rowdy, what are some of the craziest things you've seen, happened, heard, backstories? What are some experiences from there?
Dude, I should have prepared for this, man. The backstories too, like hearing about
Let it fly.
The people from the beginning. But I mean, thinking back, I think pretty much every time I walk into a hotel now, just a normal hotel, I think about the second Charlestown one after Billy Football knocked out Jose Canseco. That was still during COVID. So we had the casino bar for a little bit, and then they closed that down, and we came back to the hotel, and we were supposed to be like in the lobby and stuff. And we went up to my room to grab a few things, and it was like me and the promoter's wife and like a bunch of the fighters and stuff. It was supposed to be like 10 of us going up there real quick, like getting some beers and stuff, bring them back down to the lobby. It just ended up with, no joke, this is just a standard 2-bed queen hotel room. There's 50 people in there the rest of the night, like just nonstop. Like, there's midgets running around. There's like Barstool people. The promoter's in a full-on tuxedo the whole night. Like all my boys from home and just like a whole bunch of Rough and Rowdy people. That was complete madness. So I'm thinking about that one. I'm trying to think.
Is that the Rough and Rowdy you kind of became known as like that? The after, I don't know. Bobby always said you were like the guy. He was like, Barry throws the best after parties for Rough and Rowdy. I feel like maybe it
kind of trickled in the first one. We had a little bit like Shizat and a couple other guys came, but that one was just full on. Like if you're at this event, you're in this hotel room at the end of the night. And I don't know how it happened.
Even when we went to your room at the end for Pravi, it felt like we were hanging with the big celebs
that night.
Yeah, it kind of went like that. And then Morgantown, we had a big suite. That one, same thing. It was just like, as soon as you get in the elevator, you could just hear the floor and everything.
It's like Barry's room. Barry's room's where it's at tonight.
Yeah, and it was like that up until the where they're going now in Charleston. That one was insane, actually. This one, they had, when you go out to the gym, there was a whole rooftop, like when you walk out the gym, and it was on top of the 3rd floor of the hotel. Basically just like kind of a small ballroom size, but rooftop. And after that, it was just a full-on party up there, like bottles of liquor. There's pizzas all over the place, just like beers. And there's like, that was when they had a bunch of the influencers too. So there's pro boxers up there. There's UFC fighters. There's all this crazy shit. I'm looking around like this is just a full-on festival up here on this roof. I mean, and then in the middle of it too, we went to the bar, and it was probably 75 people walking from the hotel to the bar, which was nearly a mile away. And then we get there and they charge us to cover too.
Fuck
middle of West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Like, do you want 75 people coming in or not?
I remember the first Rough and Rowdy I went to was in Youngstown, Ohio. That was my first experience with it, like attending one. I just on a whim went. I don't even know who the fuck was fighting back then. It was before
they had
Bobby.
That cop fighting.
It was the cop. Yeah, the cop was fighting. Fucking Raccoon Boy, like old school names, people that aren't around anymore. But it reminded me of that. It was like after the fights, everyone went out to the bars, and it was like all you saw was the fighters out and about. They were in the middle of the street, like the ring girls and shit were out. I was like, this is awesome. We're in like the shitty little fucking Youngstown, Ohio town. I would never be here in my life.
Yeah, the depths of Ohio.
And I'm chilling with Raccoon Boy and shit right now. This is I was in heaven.
It's crazy, man. Like when I got into it, I'll tell you, I came into it with my best friend, man, the Steele. That's my guy my whole life. And he like we were joking about it. You just think everyone in Rough and Rowdy is just like some dumb hick, like all this. Like I would have bet $1 million that I would not make a single friend in there. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to these guys. Then you get in there, you realize like everyone's actually cool as shit, man.
So like who's some of the coolest people you've met? Like whether it be a celebrity or another fellow boxer that you become friends with?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the boxers, Bobby's one of the first ones I met. I sat next to him at the my first weigh-in, and he was mad cool. He was wearing a shirt. He was fighting Wade, and he had a shirt on that said "Wade doesn't burn." I don't know if you guys watch Real Bros of Simi Valley, so
No.
like it's a show on. It's literally on Facebook, so not many people watch it. So I was like, oh shit!
Nice plug in, though. Nice plug in.
Shout it out. Did he get that custom made? Yeah. Did he get that?
He actually might have. I'm not
Bobby's
sure,
crazy
but
like that.
One of my roommates loved that show, and we always watch it. And we're always just making fun of people saying they don't burn. So that was probably like the two people in the world that would get that joke was me and him. And then Shizat, I met Shizat at my first one. He was like real cool. And then, Ninja, like you see the whole crew that were with there. And most of us have fought, all of them. Like Hot Wheels is from here, Smidge, all them. I met Flying Ryan when he was fighting Smidge. So all them. But then it's crazy too, meeting the pro boxers and stuff that are coming and training the people and stay in touch with a lot of them too. So I've met some wild people through that. Like Sonny Kanto, he's a he might be the heavyweight champ kind of soon. Like met him at Rough and Rowdy. He's cool as shit. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. Did you end up meeting Jose Canseco when he was fighting Bobby Football?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's-
I mean, he
that's
was
awesome.
out there the whole time, and like, you know, Hot Wheels is hanging out with us, and he was aggressively hitting on her the whole time. Like, you know, she could be in a group with all like 5 dudes talking to us, and he'd just come on and be like, yeah, so about that phone number, are you gonna get that?
Wow.
All this, and then
That's
he
a good tidbit.
I feel like being a girl,
Yeah.
like catching his eye, that must be the worst.
Yeah.
Like Jose Canseco.
I mean,
definitely
back in the
creeps
day,
hard.
Jose Canseco.
Yeah, like, he definitely creeps hard.
He's got that creep vibe.
Yeah.
And Hot Wheels is hot.
But that one the whole way, and that was when I Eat Ass was there too. He was one of the good ones from the beginning.
Is I Eat
but yeah,
Ass
then
in the
after-
cool? Is he in the cool group?
Oh,
or no?
hell yeah.
Yeah, we
I
like.
feel bad if I'm gonna like not name him. You know, I'm gonna have to rattle him off now. You know, but
Yeah,
you can
right?
see pretty obviously who I'm close with. But
We'll have them all on eventually.
yeah. But then after the fight too, you know, Jose takes his dive, and then we're in the little like casino bar, and he's out there with 10 beers in front of him, just trying to talk to all the ring girls. Like, he didn't care about that fight at
No,
all.
not at all.
No,
He's
no.
got the money and the fame.
He was so
I
happy.
think-
when
I
it
think
just
he's- Yeah, he probably thought he was gonna win. I don't know.
I don't even. Same thing. Like he literally
Who
looked like he
knows?
took a dive. Like,
ended. Yeah, just fell over. He just crumbled.
Yeah.
Like,
crumbled.
literally, like, that's what it looked like. That's what I.
Maybe he was basing it off if like Billy came out like a pussy, maybe he would have given him
Yeah.
some time, but Billy went right at him and he was probably like, I'm all set
Yeah,
here.
fuck this. Yeah.
This is you know what, this ain't worth it. I'm getting paid either way. At least
Yeah.
now they won't ever have that shit happen again because everyone was pissed.
Yeah,
That ruined
Hope so.
that ruined
kinda.
Rough and Rowdy that event.
What event was that?
Yeah. That event was
Mad
insane
long.
though.
That
That was
was-
probably my
yeah, that
favorite
was,
one.
while
that
ago.
was a while ago at this point. I don't know exactly when.
Yeah, that was like 2.5 years ago,
How
probably.
are you feeling about this upcoming event? We got some good fights going again. Are you excited to see this Vicky girl fight? She's the headliner.
Dude, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because she was banging. She was banging in Providence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was my favorite Rough and Rowdy event to watch, was the earlier Providence one before I was in it.
Mm.
And like her fight in that was
unreal,
probably
yeah.
the best fight in Rough and Rowdy history, dude. She's fucking badass, yo. And then yeah, that chick she fought last time was good, man, but she's on another
I'm
level.
worried about Cherry Bomb. I'm not gonna lie. Cherry Bomb's a beast.
Cherry
Cherry
Bomb
Bomb's
is a
kind of a
beast.
fucking beast. Vicky's a beast, but I feel like Cherry Bomb's way bigger. Maybe.
Are they in the same weight class?
Yeah, they are somehow.
fighting,
I'd have
yeah.
to. I'd have to check their weights. Let me.
So
Because West
I
Virginia is
think what
weird.
they're doing is they're meeting at 139, which will probably be Cherry Bomb getting to 139 and Vicky being a little low. She was I saw Cherry Bomb in Huntington, and she was definitely slimmer than before. And she was kind of mentioning that she had been working out a lot, looking to get slimmer. But like last time she fought Hot Wheels, dude, I bumped into her, and like she's got some guns, man. And I didn't want to bump into her anymore, man. She's really nice, but I'm scared of her.
So
yo.
same thing with West Virginia, kind of having crazy rules, like where Bobby fought that guy who was like 160 pounds. Could in a lot of these like outside countries are doing these crazy exhibition events. Could you ever see Rough and Rowdy doing a guy versus a girl?
Honestly,
They
yeah.
had the tranny in
Yeah.
Huntington, but he fought a guy.
I remember that.
I think stuff like that though I don't know if they would ever do something like that, because Barstool, you know, people would be all over
That's
that.
true.
I
Like,
feel
oh,
like-
classic Barstool, you know, against the girls.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like that would have happened at one of the earlier ones. if it
Yeah,
would have happened.
especially during
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah, when it was just
Because
like,
they
fuck
have
it,
it,
fuck
man.
it.
I bet
Yeah.
I
When the
could make
world
a
had
good
bigger things
matchup
to
right
worry
now,
about.
Yeah, like just
where a
throw it
girl
under
would
the
whoop a
radar.
guy's
see what-
ass.
So I have the weights here. It says Cherry Bomb's at 136 and Vicky's at 132. So maybe
Yeah,
I guess
I mean,
they
that's
are.
fair.
tight.
Yeah, that's fair.
but
Cherry
that's
Bomb's got
Cherry
9 years
Bomb's-
on her.
She does have
Coming
some
for
fucking
that.
guns, dude. I can see the bicep vein.
Oh,
dude.
Vicky,
yeah,
Vicky's such
it's
a
no
smoke
joke,
show.
bro.
We're rooting for Vicky heavy
Vicky all
here.
day. Vicky all day.
Vicky all day. If she takes us home, she's on her way to being like the Bobby,
yeah,
the
probably
woman
the women's.
Yeah, because
champion.
that
That's
like Cherry
big.
Bomb like isn't she?
right now.
like,
yeah.
right now,
Cherry
like,
Bomb's
yeah.
6-0. Vicky's 2-0. This is a bit. This is Vicky's
Yeah.
make or break
Who
moment.
do you got
kinda.
here, Scary?
Who we got?
I'll go with Vicky, man.
Let's
But
go.
hey,
They're good.
is that mine?
No, that's on me. We're all
What
fine.
is it? Okay.
Our free meeting's gonna end.
I pay for Zoom. I don't know how to Zoom.
Cherry Bomb. is basically a part. Her husband is like the number 2 in command for the commission. Like
really?
he's sitting there ringside with the judges and
I don't
everything.
love that. I don't
No,
love
kinda
that.
in
hate,
West
so we need a
Virginia,
knockout,
so-
boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just don't know if Vicky's gonna get a knockout on Cherry Bomb. But either way, hopefully she beats her definitively.
But she stays real tight too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Cherry Bomb
No,
kind
she
of
has,
comes
like,
bomb.
good
It's
form.
not
Yeah,
really
like,
easy to fight.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because some of the Rough and Rowdies, they
Oh,
are
yeah.
just swinging.
After
But-
seeing Vicky fight in Magic, I probably would take Vicky.
Vicky beat me up. No
Three
doubt.
rounds
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't fight her.
Vicky
She's
would work it.
badass.
Vicky and
man.
legit won, respectfully.
So with the fight
Skill
coming
wise,
up,
she's definitely the top dog.
we have Bobby fighting this week. What are your predictions
Make
on
it
that? How do you
Lights
think?
Out Laing versus Make It Happen. I don't know how Make It Happen got champ so easy, but
Yeah,
whatever.
Well, the little promoter guy likes him, so
All right.
Okay, well, it's time
This-
for
this
Make
is
It
not
Happen
him
to
in the
stay
ring
to not
last time.
happen.
There's some stuff
But
going on behind the scenes.
honestly, I think it's gonna look like Bobby's first fight. That kid in Providence.
Mike
I
Live.
think it's gonna look a lot like that. That dude was game, yo. Respect to Mike Live, man. He should get another shot. But
He
you know, he
should.
kept coming at Bobby and stuff, and Bobby's just lighting his ass up. And he was a big dude, so he came a little bit
Mike
more.
Live
I
bit
think
off
it's gonna
more
look
than
like
he
that.
could chew. Mike Live, like,
Oh,
definitely if
yeah.
he fought another fight, he probably comes out there looking good. He had the swag. He was perfect for Rough and Rowdy. He picked
Yeah.
the wrong fucking
Yeah,
guy.
he did and he didn't even know it at that point. Like
But he
right?
kind of
Yeah.
knew. You're
mean, he
right. You're
kinda
right.
knew, but he
No
didn't
one
know.
really did know Bobby was like all that.
Yeah, I mean he's big.
We
Like,
did.
obviously big. Like yeah, but
So this Rough and Rowdy, we got big heavy corners for Bobby Laing, big heavy corners for Vicky coming up.
oh yeah.
Big support. Anyone else you're looking forward to seeing fighting this weekend?
Yeah, man. Again, I should have had this queued up. Hot Wheels is in there against some
Yeah, she's
hockey
fighting.
player or something. It's probably a
She's
tough
the
chick,
ring
but
girl that also
she'll
doubles
whip
as the
her ass.
boxer.
Yeah,
I think I actually have a love crush on that girl.
I'm in love with Vicky. I'm looking at her picture right now. I,
Yeah,
like, wanna marry
she's
her.
looking hot
That
as
phone
fuck.
hasn't
That's like
changed in a
AI
while,
generated.
yeah.
It's AI generated, but whatever. She is
And then
smoking.
who else? They got the guy that Bobby will probably fight next in there too, the Diamond Hands guy.
Diamond Hands. Big Booty
So it looks
Daddy's
like
back in the mix, fighting
Oh, he's a
Irish
piece
Dave
of
Portnoy. I can't
shit.
believe
I
they
can't
let.
believe they let that fucker back in.
I can't either.
They
bring
want
him
to
back.
give him his fame.
That
Fuck
guy's an
that guy.
embarrassment. That
See,
guy's an absolute.
the fact
loser.
that Big Booty Daddy's back in it though, it could be an issue. Like he's not going to go quietly
Nah.
into
I
the
think
night.
Shizid's gonna sucker him again.
that'd be sick.
I hope so,
Me
dude.
too. He's
I mean,
nuts.
he's a piece of shit, man. Like
Yeah.
when the camera's on and he knows, people are going to defend him, security and shit. He'll talk shit. He'll see
it
you
hide.
off camera and like he's the biggest pussy in the world, man.
You can tell.
Yeah, they were saying that like he is a piece of shit. Like
Yeah.
not just the
You
like,
can
Oh,
tell.
yeah.
not just the like character. Like
You can see it in his eyes.
No, he's like, dude, what's so weird too? You hear the way he talks and the stuff he does and shit. He comes with his parents to the fight. Yeah,
Yes.
and they're like, he calls everyone inbreds, dude. His parents look like they're straight out of the hills, have eyes, man. And, like after he won his last fight, his dad was like getting in my face and
Get
shit.
him.
This dude's fucking
Get
weird,
him.
yo.
get back in your minivan, pal.
He
Get outta
looks
here.
weird.
Yeah,
He's a strange character.
He's a strange character.
He's-
Do
there's
we think
something
the
wrong
Irish
with
Dave
him.
Portnoy can beat him though? Like I
Dude,
hate,
he's nice, man. Irish Dave
Okay.
Pointer's got some skills.
I like it. I hope he wins.
Yeah.
That's a
No, wait, yeah.
hilarious-
So
He's like,
those are our three teams we're voting for: Bobby Laing, fucking the Irish Dave Portnoy, and Vicky. I'm betting a parlay on that.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
The Hammer
That's it
versus
right
the
there,
Plumber.
man.
Notorious Big Black versus Murder Mitts. There's some good.
That's
That's
some
a
good
great
names.
named
The
fight.
Real Deal versus. There's another Magic Mike fighting in this one. If depending on how that
Oh.
goes, I might have to call that
I have
Magic
to
Mike
get your
out.
name there.
Yeah, that might have to be the namesake battle. Yeah.
He's literally
That's so perfect.
his fighter picture is literally his girl on his shoulder, and he looks like he's smoking a weed pen. I love this. This could be my next fight,
Let me see
Scary.
that.
Yeah, that might need to
We're
happen.
gonna have to line that up. This guy can get a win.
So
Or if he
speaking-
doesn't, who cares?
Speaking of this weekend and kind of
Gotta,
looking towards the
gotta.
future, where do you see yourself going in, say, 5 years with the boxing game as far as Rough and Rowdy goes? Or what does your legacy want to be?
Dude, I have to get a belt. Like I have to. So hopefully I'll get another Rough and Rowdy fight soon. And yeah, I don't know if I'll have to win some. The little promoter they have now, he does some other fights and stuff too. And that's usually who he's given these title shots to, is his guys that win those. So I was thinking about just going and winning one of those, and then he has to give me a shot.
Why not?
Yeah, hey, you know.
But something I have to get a belt, dude. I have to get a Rough and Rowdy belt, and then we can talk about stopping or whatever's next from there. But I can't stop until I get a belt. I will get it.
Retiring with the belt would be a crazy move.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't even know. All I care about is I have to get a belt, man.
Great.
Love that.
But yeah,
Like all my homies have one. Dustin, Bobby, Ninja. They all got one. I'm the only one.
All right, well, that's our fucking main goal then. Let's focus on it and
Yeah,
get it
get
done.
the belt.
Get it, man.
With that dedication and motivation, you got it, Scary Barry.
Champs
Anything's
here, baby.
possible.
Champs here.
Let's go. Yeah, exactly, man. I'll come back on here with that belt.
Yep, exactly.
yeah.
And we before we go, I gotta mention the shirt. Can we get a look at that?
Yeah,
The
yo.
lights out, Core Box,
Oh,
Make
OG
sure I have
Bobby
that
Laing
up
Look
shirt.
at
there.
that shirt.
Shout out Mike Foley and Core Box over in Randolph.
Yeah, get your shirts there.
Big
He's probably
time,
got them
man.
in stock.
Hey, Magic sent my on punishment today, so we had the boxing gloves. He didn't want to wear them from the interview, but show me a belt. Kid's got him in the Garda belt. Let's go.
Oh, hey.
And I got
stay
some
ready,
vintage.
man.
I got some vintage Rough and Rowdy
It's on
gear.
you. It's on you.
Dude, I
Oh,
saw that shit. Yo, that's a big deal, man.
I don't got
Like,
a belt, but winning this.
those jackets get talked about a lot. Like, I definitely don't have one. Shizat the Rizat, he's like top dog in Rough and Rowdy. He doesn't have
I
one.
might have to give it. to
Barely anybody has a jacket these days.
How about this? You win that championship belt, I will make Magic give this to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the deal.
That's
That's the
fact.
deal.
All right, let's set it up.
I'll give
That's
you
the
the
deal.
belt. I want
You
that
win the
jacket.
belt, you
I
get this jacket.
I fought my brother, and that's how I fought in Rough and Rowdy. He's literally like, you wear that thing around like an
I
old
remember
Letterman
that.
jacket. He's
It
like, you're
is.
such a fucking loser.
Badge of honor.
I'd fight him again and put his head in the fucking rafters.
That's exactly what the loser would say. Fuck out of here.
I'll be back.
And
I'm gonna
Scary-
fight this Magic Mike kid. Mark my words.
And speaking of coming back, next time you're there and when you're coming for that championship belt, the Steele and Nazz boys will be there in support, just like you
Absolutely.
support us.
Hell yeah.
And we're doing a
appreciate
live
it.
pod at the next event.
Yeah, we're
We're
going
doing
to have to get
Yes.
crazy next time. We need to be more
I'll come
prepared.
with some more stories next time. But one quick one I was thinking of, because I had to have something. At the last event, they had the new commission in there and stuff. And we're sitting there eating lunch the day of it. And we've been kind of partying with the commission all night the night before. I don't know if, I guess we can say this, but
Couple days.
then we're eating lunch the next day and like the ref is like, he's about to puke. He's all hungover. And the commissioner comes up. He's like, yeah, so what are the rules? We're like, oh.
There's no rules here, baby.
And Shizat was just like, say, two of your boys are fighting in the backyard or something.
Yeah.
Like, the ref's like, yeah. And Shizat's like, well, how would you ref that? He's like, that's Rough and Rowdy.
Pretty much.
Love it.
That's actually pretty
yeah,
accurate.
that's pretty much it. Pretty
Love
much how
that.
you have
yeah,
to
that's
do
the
it.
attitude of it. But Scary Barry, thanks for
Yeah.
coming on. Just want to say,
Thank you,
can't wait for your
guys.
next fight. We'll
Yeah.
be watching and support. Thanks for listening, and
Yeah.
catch you next time.
Hell yeah.
Go
Thanks a
Bobby
lot for
Laing.
having me, guys.
Thank
This
you,
was
bro.
Yeah.
awesome. Let's
Absolutely.
go. Lights out.
Let's
Good
go.
to finally have you on. We've been talking about it. Glad to see you here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
my friend. Thank
I've
you.
been waiting.
Thanks, Barry.
Thank you.
The new year is almost here, and if you're looking to shed off some holiday pounds before beach season, well, look no further and head on down to Slight Edge Fitness Performance, located at 101 French Avenue in Braintree, Massachusetts. Owned and operated by our guy, Quincy legend, Craig Kelly. You will be assured that you are getting the best training around. They believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training and have been leading the charge at their state-of-the-art fitness facility since 2020. Their staff is actively enriching the lives of members and creating a community of like-minded people who love being healthy and strong. They are helping you to get in shape and teaching you how to maintain your health and fitness. Group fitness classes as well as one-on-one personal training sessions are available. Make sure to visit slightedgefit.com and also follow them on Instagram at slightedgefitness and set up a consultation today. If you're looking to get back in shape or trying to get a slight edge on the competition, this gym is for you. Check out Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, located at 101 French Avenue in Braintree, Massachusetts, and tell them the boys from Steele and Nazz sent you.
Let's go.
What else do we got?
What else? We got March 1st today. Episode's coming out on March 2nd when you're hearing this. We
March
got
Madness
March
is
Madness around the corner. We got St. Patrick's Day around the corner. We got some big things planned. This is a big month for everyone. So be ready. Spring's around the corner. And
Tune in.
I think we just dive
Yeah,
right
this one's
into
gonna
it.
get wild right now. We're the interviews at the end.
First
of this
things
one.
first.
You'll have to tune in.
Thank fucking God, Jake Paul fucking lost.
No,
That was one of the greatest things I've ever heard. I was working on a Gen Watch. I check my phone. Jake Paul goes down. Jake Paul goes down.
Yeah, no, the people were jacked up. I couldn't believe when the second, because I think it was the last round when he knocked down Tommy Fury, and I was like, well, that's it. That's over. He's gonna win. There's no way. Like he knocked him down.
Did you watch the fight?
Part of it. I did tune in a bit.
Where?
I like on my phone, just like streaming it.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to us back in the day when we used to do that shit.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Did not do anything cool.
I don't think anyone actually streamed that fight. Like
Yeah,
everything
no, yeah,
online, like all social media accounts were like, just watch my page. I'm live streaming it now.
Yeah,
Like,
no, yeah, like I
come
did.
join
Yeah,
me.
like if you paid for that, cringeworthy. Like,
So he got absolutely not. Yeah, I didn't watch it either, but
no, it was a
I
pretty
heard
clo-
it
was a
wasn't
pretty
close.
close
I
fight.
heard it wasn't close.
It was a pretty close fight. They both like both of them would get absolutely massacred by like.
That's also what I heard. It's
But like they were fairly equul. Like Tommy Fury was definitely better. But
who delivered
it
like
was
harder
on-
shots?
Fury
Definitely.
had a much better jab that he was working in. Jake Paul hit him good when he avoided the jab a few times because he was trying to throw an overhand right like the entire fight. Like he
Jake,
was just
yeah,
trying,
it's probably
he
his
was
only
just-
go-to. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
yeah, and like he definitely kind of knew he was behind about halfway or so
Yeah.
he just started ripping it, and then he caught him a couple times. Like
And you
did
said he
catch-
went down, so I didn't watch the
yeah,
fight.
he knocked Tommy Fury down.
See, even that
It was a little bit of a slip, though. I heard.
I mean, it wasn't like
It wasn't like a knockout,
Yeah, it
right?
wasn't
It wasn't
Craig
like a
at Kings of
clean-
Combat. But.
yeah, jaw wide open. Fucking my ears were ringing.
Well, no,
But no, he got right
that-
back up. Like it wasn't a knockout or anything, but like it was close
Oh,
enough.
so it was like Craig Hanzek.
Craig's been confirmed. There was referee interference.
Wait, this is breaking news. Sorry to cut you off.
No, this
Yeah,
yeah,
this
this
is-
is huge.
We'll pull
Breaking news.
We'll pull it up on a
Breaking
clip.
news. Breaking news. We're gonna put this up. Adam's gonna stitch this together for us. There is a conspiracy going on with Kings of Combat.
Fact. Craig's bouncing around, la-di-da,
Well,
like
listen,
boxing a great first
I
round.
probably should switch to my game plan. We're not looking back on the past. We're looking back on footage and facts right here.
It's an honorable game. We want fairness.
That's all I want. I just want an equal chance in the ring. We're putting our lives on the ring. Just give me a fair chance.
You'll
But
see.
so-
You'll see
so
it
if you-
clear
if
as
you
day.
go back to my knockdown, you saw my style. I'm bouncing around like a rabbit. Tortoise in the hair. Fucking tortoise always wins, but the rabbit's going to beat the shit out of him. You know, I might get lucky. So when I'm bouncing around, there's a point where I go back. The ref grabs me and pushes me to the left-hand side.
Into the punch.
Immediately after. Yeah, into the punch. He threw me into that right hand. I don't know if there's ref interference, but I just want to fucking rematch.
I don't think you're. Yeah.
I just need a
definitely-
rematch.
You,
So
earned,
right up
you
here,
earned a
this-
rematch no matter what.
I've
but
already said it before. I thought I won the fight. That knockdown didn't happen. I think even with the knockdown, I feel like I got more points on him.
I'd like to hear the Rhino's take on when he sees that footage and he realizes
He's
the
going to
ref-
have excuses.
Stay
the-
tuned. You're-
they were
people will
plugged in.
see.
Who knows? But you'll see it. It's clear as fucking day. The ref's hands are on Craig.
Also, I need to change my mindset pre-fight. I was having a blast. This dude Blake was literally hating life. I was like, same thing. That's not how you want to be.
Our side of the dungeon was a little loose on our end.
Yeah,
We were having a lot of fun.
we were in the dungeon.
We were in the dungeon doing weird things down there. Who knows what they were doing in the other corner, but I think it was a little more serious.
Yeah, Magic was like
Yeah.
fighting a 9-year-old man. Like,
I got a black eye from a 9-year-old
Yeah,
man.
getting his ass
Also,
kicked. Respectfully.
another conspiracy breaking news was my guy who did my wrist wraps. Excuse me. His father was in the boxing game. His kids are. His wife is like a fucking national kickboxing champion, right? Been in the fight game forever. Guy's telling us a story. So we're talking about like just our greatest fighters while he's wrapping on my hands. Probably like a 5-10 minute process. So I'm saying like, oh, like some of my greatest fighters, like obviously Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. And I was like, yeah, it just sucks because one of my greatest fighters at the time was like Sonny Liston, who was one of like literally they call him the Shadow, one of the baddest mans of all time. Like fucking literally like they didn't even have a plow at his farm when he was younger. They just literally had this kid till the fields. So I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks. Like Muhammad Ali, like I thought that fight would have been better because that's the infamous photo where Muhammad Ali's standing over the guy with
Yeah,
like
on
the,
top,
yeah,
yeah.
on top, like the 6-round knockout, whatever it is. Like as soon as I say that guy brings up his face and he's like, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? He was like, my dad was actually in Sonny Liston's corner. And all I gotta say is he's like, yeah, well, all I gotta say is like Muhammad Ali was definitely tied in with the mob, and it was kind of like Sonny Liston, you're going down. So
Interesting.
So from an iconic photo moment history in Muhammad Ali's boxing career.
So what you're saying that threw you off your fight game,
man? Like
that threw you off your fight game? You're saying?
No. But I just know people can get paid off, so maybe
yeah,
I bring
boxing's been rigged since like day one, and we didn't know it extended that far.
What are the odds?
I didn't think it went to the amateur levels. I'm bringing my fucking checkbook next time.
What are the odds?
How many judges? 1, 2, 3. What's
Pay 'em off,
commissioner, referee?
Imagine,
here you go.
imagine I won my fight with the second round TKO.
That would have been sick.
They throw in the towel. They still go Magic wins.
Yeah, judges, Magic decision, unanimous.
The question has to be asked now. Did maybe Jake Paul rig his fight the other way? Did he pay
for the rematch?
No.
Did he pay? Yeah, possibly to get the rematch.
His ego is way too big for that.
His ego is probably too big. And
Yeah, but maybe not though.
That's possible.
Maybe it adds to his second layer now. I don't know.
Same thing. The guy is a fucking genius at whatever he does. Whether people like him or not, he's fucking getting attention. Love me or hate me, you're still watching me. So like,
he still made a ton of money.
Yeah, all the power to him.
I don't know why he would pay for himself to lose, but it's fucking possible. We'll see later on.
Hey, this is the
It
show.
had to get
This
odds.
is the show.
I don't know what the odds were. Yeah,
He was favorited. I don't know.
I don't know what the odds.
We'll have to see how this plays in the long term. But knowing Jake Paul, he's still got more money. He can still pay people off. I believe in rigging stuff. So,
fair.
like, I don't know. I'm stating I don't know why he would have rigged that to lose, but in the grand scheme of things, maybe he's got a greater story.
Yeah, big picture.
Maybe
Picture.
He's waiting to really break Tommy Fury's pretty face next fight, like kill him.
Puts like
He
actual-
hustled him.
yeah.
Maybe he hustled him. He wants to murder it when
Yes,
his
he
child's a little more grown. Lots of layers to this. Steele.
Yeah, he knew he was having a baby, so
he
he
just
gave him
had
a
the
break.
baby. The baby won't remember it technically now, but next time they fight, the baby will be probably there and see poor fucking dad getting mangled. I think that's possible.
And then comes out and says, "I lost on purpose, bet on you, and waited for your son to get his first memory of me beating your ass."
That would be badass.
Now you guys are thinking big picture.
Now we're-
Now, you
Now we're
guys are
thinking
working
like
with
Jake
it.
Paul.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
I'm thinking like the problem child.
Yeah.
And now I'm 100% convinced he paid to rig that.
What a turn of events. That was like 3 minutes.
Wait a
I
second.
don't know if anyone's had that take, but I'm trademarking that one.
Wait a second. Do you think Rhino maybe paid off the ref? I don't know. He was kind of close to me on that
Decent chance.
backhand side.
Decent chance.
I didn't see him hanging around him.
Didn't see it.
He wasn't anywhere near the Rhino.
Wasn't even near him. I need my space to run, dude. You see me out there. I'm
You were a
fucking
fucking
bouncing around.
gazelle bouncing.
No, it gotta be better. Like
Kangaroo.
even like just in boxing, like as a ref, like and that ref was like 5 hours late or whatever the fuck he was for Kings of
That
Combat.
was insane.
tough.
But
was
like,
tough.
dude, like I don't know, like even if like I was in, but like you got to get out of the boxer's way, dude. Like you can't like that's just like
I can't wait till you see
you
the
don't
footage.
need to know the rules.
You
to,
maybe
like,
think
know
we're
that.
like building it up a little bit, like it's a lie. Like he's clear as day grabbing him.
Grabs me.
I don't know if
Yeah, I'm
not
interested
gonna
too.
say-
I have not seen. The
I'm not
going
to say he pushed him into the punch, but he either way, a hand on your hip's going to throw you
We
off.
own the copyrights to Kings of Combat. I could throw it on screen.
Yeah, we'll take this to the judges.
Yeah, well, let's pull it up on screen. We're getting crazy.
You want to do it right now? Okay, all right.
While we're in mid limbo,
No, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Don't do that now.
no. I'm looking it up.
Do we
Well, I
want
want
to?
to know. I want to hear these rough and rowdy things while we're working on this
Okay.
conspiracy because that's the main part of this episode.
Well, we went over the big fights. The headliner, this Vicky versus Cherry Bomb.
Let's do a full rundown from undercard to main card.
Vicky Dorico, I think her name is. She's local. Apparently works at Granite Links from Rhode Island. I don't know if
She's
she
a cock
still
girl
works
up
at
there.
Granite Links.
Cock girl.
Does she? Yeah.
Yep.
She's finally getting her vicious Vicky. She fought in my Rough and Rowdy. She fought in Bobby's Rough and Rowdy in Providence. Finally fought again. Last one in Providence.
And
Kicked
she
ass.
becomes fucking champion
2-0.
Saturday.
If she beats Cherry Bomb, who's
Friday.
6-0, Cherry Bomb's never lost. She's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch. She looks like a bad bitch. Vicky's a bad bitch in her own way. Very hot. If Vicky takes her down, this is legendary stuff here. And she's the headliner. This is for the first time. Bobby's not the headliner, which is weird. I don't know if I love that as a lights out Laing guy, but if it's going to be anyone, I'm glad it's Vicky.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
And
agree
we'll
with
ha-
that.
If Vicky wins this, I mean, she's coming on here next. Are we all in agreement
Oh,
on
we
that?
need
Like
to.
Vicky's up next.
She's without question.
Champs here.
Champs here, Vicky. So we're rooting for you. We probably should add her on. I hope she wins because I would like to interview a winner instead of her coming off her first loss. So let's see what we get.
All right.
Next fight up will be Lights Out Laing versus Make It Happen, who I think is a jailbird.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, he was it like before his first fight? Wasn't he like just like kind of freshly out from like a manslaughter
freshly out of
charge?
jail, something like that. Yep, which is interesting.
Like
Bobby handles those kind of people.
Yeah,
I'll say less than that, but
like I think
does.
the tune-up video said manslaughter. I do not know that. I do
Which
not
is
know
scary
the charge.
to the average guy.
Yeah.
Other than Lights Out Laing, like that's a scary thing to hear.
No,
you're
that's
fighting.
not what you want. That's
don't-
not what you want the fucking guy you're fighting to have.
This
You know what I
guy,
mean?
he's got that bad. You know, that's a hell of a resume builder. You know, like when you get a resume, come in to the guy you're gonna fight and it says manslaughter charges,
I think he
murdered a
shows-
man.
I
I
think-
don't know if I'd want to take.
I
that
think he
guy on.
shows up in like the prison gear too, or at least he did the other ones.
Good. Hopefully he gets sent to prison after the fight for something. Yeah, I want him. This guy.
We have confirmation. Okay,
We pulled up. We have it live here. Kings of
eyes
Combat.
to the camera up here. Hold on, let's get the.
Showtime can't get
Okay,
enough of
ready?
watching.
So
Alright,
this is the exact moment. So
Here we go.
I'm gonna have one more bounce around the ring.
Here we go. Watch that ref, folks. Watch that ref.
Ready for it?
Right
He's ready
here.
for it, right here.
Right here.
He pushed me that way. I was
would actually-
bouncing back. Can we
Rewind,
Rewind that.
Rewind.
Can we get a quick?
He might have pushed you. Definitely
Here it
grabbed
is.
you.
Get a load of the guy in blue. Right there. He had two hands on me. It doesn't look like a lot, but he's fucking shoving me from the back. One more time for the fans back home. Here we are.
Watch
Here we
those
are.
hands.
Watch my feet. Full
Oh.
stoppage. That's bullshit. That's fucking
It
bullshit.
really is truly something that needs to be
It's
looked
an
into.
absolute travesty to the boxing world in general.
And Rhino, if you're listening,
I know. You know I'm
You
ready.
better come get the
Anything,
smoke.
Hey, he's still gonna hit the punch. Can't take it away from Rhino.
Oh,
No hate on-
hey, Rhino's probably the strongest guy in that fucking place. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
no, yeah, you know what I mean. I mean that like being in the way of a punch, like
does Rhino
doesn't
beat
take
Lights
you
Out
down.
Lang?
No.
But he might be stronger. That's fair.
But the only thing is, like, same thing with boxing. You got to know about the weight classes and shit. Like, there's all those differentials. Like, same thing. That guy was fucking huge. That Bobby Laing fought that one time. That was like 100 pounds more. But that guy was fucking 100% fat. There was no muscle.
yeah,
on
that guy was just
where
a
Blake's
house. Yeah.
like literally squatting 600, benching like fucking 350. Like, that's not normal. But for anyone. Then you throw it on a fat guy with some ass behind it. That's a knockout punch right there.
We'll leave it to you folks. If you think there was some foul play there, I think it's pretty obvious there was at least a little foul play.
There was some interference.
You can't deny that the ref was middle school dancing Showtime for a solid 0.5 to a second.
If he was at a nightstance, the people that
chaperones
helped
are
him,
kicking him.
the chaperones would said,
back up.
hands up, pal. Hands up. Hands up. And he's just looking at you like this.
What other fight? So Bobby, you'll hear later in the interview from Scary how he feels this is going to go. I think we all agree that
small
Bobby's
dick-
probably going to take it
Small
down.
dick, that beat dad is fighting.
He
He's
is.
going to get his ass kicked by the Irish Dave
Portnoy. Dave
Portnoy.
Portnoy. That would be sick too. That
Irish
should be a
Dave
name for
Chappelle?
someone.
I think I might be the Irish
That
Dave
should-
Chappelle.
that should be a name for somebody.
For anyone who knows the Abel brothers, they'll be back there. The
They
Diamond
are.
Hands kid.
The Abel brothers are a fucking entertainment factor. Like, they come in and they put on a show, whether they're winning or losing, they come out full force, always have a fucking shit talking. Weigh-in's always good.
Just want to get it. We get into it a little later, but this Magic Mike guy, he'll be fighting the real deal. This is something to keep an eye on.
Honestly, I
Something
want
to keep an eye on
Magic Mike to win because
See if we can get that.
Wait, is
get me
this-
on a zoom in
well,
shot.
is
Get
it-
me on a zoom in
There's no
shot.
zoom in
Him
shots.
losing would be great because then you could be like, I'm 1-0, he's 0-1. Like how can he keep the name? Like, that would be a great way.
The
to
fight of the
look
Magic
at it.
Mikes, I think, has to happen.
Either way you put that,
I'm
though,
very
Yeah,
invested in how
they're
he does.
1-1 in champs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
No,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like you got to fight that guy.
So, if you guys are Rough and Rowdy fans, obviously we are. I highly suggest get the pay per view.
card, big
Get the
card.
pay per view. It's always going to be electric. Hopefully, we can make it down to the next one. I hope they leave fucking West Virginia. I'm sick of that being. It's just a terrible destination. There's
just
no
because,
airports
yeah.
there.
And same thing where it's already been in Rhode Island a few times. Like, you're up here in this commission. Like, we've already had exhibition style fights with Kings of Combat here. So we like kind of set the groundwork for it. I don't understand why they don't just capitalize off of that with the exhibition. No headgear. It's essentially what they're trying to do in West Virginia. except without the leniency on the commissioning rules of the boxing regulations with like weight and type of shit like that. And they have tightened up since that Bobby Laing fight where he had to fight the huge guy. So
we need a different destination next fight.
Anywhere
If
besides
our
West Virginia.
vote means anything.
West Virginia might actually be the worst place to have it besides Ohio. And I know they did have it there already. So maybe they are just picking the worst places ever.
Yeah. It's
Sometimes.
possible.
Or they're the
Providence, Rhode Island isn't the best place around.
No,
No,
but
it's not.
it's always a good time when we're there.
But bring that shit to the Garden. Place would be fucking bumping.
Buzzing, kid. Buzzing.
Portnoy, take notes.
Next up, we got big UFC tilt this
Big
week.
UFC.
Steele,
Return
Steele,
of Jon
lead us
Jones.
off.
We got
give
the
it-
return
give us
of
the
Jon
rundown.
Jones.
What's going on this Saturday? Return to Jon Jones, obviously, big
Yes,
deal.
Jon Jones, Cyril Gahn should massive fight. Two heavyweights, two of the most dynamic heavyweights in the entire sport. Both of them can do pretty much anything.
Yeah,
like a lot of heavyweights are
striking,
just
submission. Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I really like Jon Jones in this fight, because the heavyweights that Cyril Gahn has beaten have been the
Boxing
don't
pro-
get the knock the fuck out guy. Like he beat Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa, who I love both of those guys. But other than just getting
One
cracked in
hit,
the
yeah.
face, you don't have to worry too much about either of those.
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. Like, there's literally one punch that could knock you out, but those guys also tire quick. Like, with Francis Ngannou, that was kind of a different story because he had that power, but with more of a dynamic game. And Cyril Gane actually did a lot fucking better than I thought he would versus Francis Ngannou. But same thing, Francis Ngannou isn't Jon Jones. I wish Francis Ngannou would come back just to fight Jon Jones after he beat Cyril Gaines.
He's on to boxing and just he's not on the UFC anymore.
He wants to fight Tyson Fury.
He does. He also wants to fight Deontay Wilder. Well, Deontay Wilder wants to fight him, which would be the scariest matchup of two people in anything. Those
Imagine
are
if-
the
yeah,
two scariest.
They just
people.
meet two haymakers and there's just a fucking nuclear
that.
bomb that goes
and
off.
I think they want boxing as well because
Yeah.
I think Deontay Wilder said do one each. And Ngannou was just dude, if I can take you to the ground, I'm just
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
gonna murder
yeah,
you.
it's
which
more
is
fair.
completely true.
Yep.
I wouldn't give a shit about the UFC version. But 3 years in the waiting, Jon Jones returns. I mean, there is Octagon rust could be a thing. I mean, 3 years.
Yeah.
I know it's Jon Jones. He's the greatest of all time. 3 years is three
That's a
fucking
fact.
years.
He's
But what
legit
was he
the
doing
greatest
in-
of all time UFC fighter.
He's right there in the fucking
yeah,
mix, man.
it's
I don't
same
even
thing-
know if I've ever seen this guy fight.
Dude, it's
I've
fucking-
heard all these
Dana
stories.
White, Joe Rogan would say he's the greatest of all time.
Wow.
Well,
That's quotes from
pound
that.
for pound, Joe Rogan thinks Mighty Mouse was the greatest UFC fighter, but he was fighting at 130, but he was knocking dudes out like he was a heavyweight.
and he was amazing.
Yeah, but then you go to heavyweight where it's that no holds bar, fucking biggest guys, strongest guys, baddest fucking motherfuckers ever. And then you look at Jon Jones's track record of who he beats. Even if he never fought anyone else besides Daniel Cormier, I'd almost put him up in contention with one of the best fighters ever because I consider Daniel Cormier one of the best fighters ever from technicality standpoints to loving the game to just he fucking loves wrestling, fighting. He's a Olympic, everything about.
Oh yeah, I mean Jon Jones has held the light heavyweight belt for 2 generations
Yeah.
of UFC fighters. He beat up all of the
old
idols
guys
when he
to
was
get 'em
young,
out.
and then when he was their age and an older guy, he kicked the shit out of all the younger guys too.
Yeah.
It's impressive
And
stuff.
that's what I mean. Fucking Rampage, fucking
Yeah, the list.
DC,
I mean,
Shogun, who
Jon Jones Gustafsson 1 is the greatest UFC fight of all time.
forgot about that
fight's
fight.
fucking amazing.
I might have to
Gustafsson
watch some YouTube highlights.
Dude,
Yeah, then no, watch Gustafsson, Jon Jones 1.
Yeah.
And then you do not have to watch the second one. Jones just kicked the shit out of him. Gustafsson was kind
and
of washed.
Gustafsson, he's a fucking great fighter too.
Oh, yeah.
That fight was fucking amazing.
Has Jon Jones ever lost?
No,
No,
he has a loss
on
on a
a
technicality,
DQ from elbows, but
and I
other
watched
than
it
that-
live. Dude, when I say this guy was the ref fucked Jon Jones for this. This guy was catching. So what you can't. The reason why he got DQ'd in UFC. Your elbow is obviously one of the hardest points of your body. You cannot go from a
Yeah, it can't
12
go
straight
straight
up and
down.
down, and you can't go to a 6. If you come in from a side on a guy's head and throw some sort of an angle, you're fine. Jon Jones was doing this the entire time. Side hit, just randomly comes down once on the top, hits one more side, guy goes, nope, DQ, illegal hit, fight's over. And this guy is getting elbows consistently to the head.
Oh,
It
yeah,
should have been called, the fight was over, and they got him DQ'd off that. So I was saying, I don't even consider that a loss.
Fair enough.
He
Yeah,
was,
it-
he was
I won't
winning.
either.
It's widely considered not like
Yeah,
a true like it's
it's not like a Sean O'Malley. Like
like
I
the
was
ones
yeah.
there, yeah, but like it's like no one really considers it like
It wasn't like he was losing and then got DQ'd. He was about to win, and then they were
Yeah.
like, "No, you
like
have a loss."
Sterling when he lost to Jan, like he was getting his ass kicked, and then
Yeah.
Jan kneed him in the face like an idiot.
Correct.
Like that was
Totally
kind of like,
different.
dude, like yeah, like that was completely different. This
Yeah.
was like he was well on his way to victory, and then that just
So we're
happened.
feeling good. Showtime told me
I
bet the
think
house
Jon
on
Jones
Jon
won.
Oh
Jones.
no, I
I
didn't say
did-
bet the house.
bet your life. Well,
Bet literally your mortgage. Go pull up more money. Pull out a fucking loan from
how do you
there.
feel about that?
I feel I love it. I love it. The lines. I think they got him at like 170. So like
Minus?
minus 170. So like bet the fucking. I mean that's probably the best odds Jon Jones has had in fucking
Ever.
Yeah,
Probably
like,
ever.
Because like a lot of those fights he was probably like minus like 500-600.
I mean, yeah, like even probably more. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy how good he is. His just
mean-
ability is crazy, and his fighting style, same thing. It's not like
He can do it all.
orthodox.
He
Yeah,
can do
yeah. He'll
everything.
like literally like spinning back fist you to like Muay Thai knee you to fucking like
Oh, and
then,
in
like
the old
armbar you.
games, if you hit like playing the like the buttons for Jon Jones did straight up different things than like every other fucking like character in the game. Like the one that would be like a head kick or something, like he'd like spin and do like like it was fucking crazy
Yeah,
shit,
like
man.
yeah,
Like it
is
was
he
like,
doing this shit?
yeah, and then like he's absolutely incredible. Can't wait to see him back.
Yeah, that's
Is this
that's
for
very
a belt
exciting.
or anything? Or-
Heavyweight championship.
Yeah,
Oh, straight off the
Vacated-
bat.
right back into it.
His belt?
Vacated by Francis Ngannou.
So when Francis Ngannou beat Cyril Gane, got the belt. I'm pretty sure there was an interim belt at the time, or no? Oh no, Francis Ngannou was defending it.
correct.
Yeah, he was
And
defending for a
then-
while because he took it off of
No, he didn't defend it, and they took it from him, I believe. Gonna look that up for a second.
No, but I think it wasn't Francis Ngannou the heavyweight champion.
He
before?
was,
yeah.
but then they brought him down. There's been a fight for it, I thought, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So yeah,
Not
this
sure.
is for the championship, heavyweight championship.
That adds a lot to it.
It's
as
yeah,
well.
it's everything.
It's not
Especially that
just
guy
like his
against
first
Cyril
fight
Gane.
back. It's like first fight back, and I can get that belt.
Oh, yeah.
immediately.
No, well, Cyril Gane has the interim title in theory.
Okay.
He beat Derek Lewis for it. That's
Do we
what
have
it
any
was.
Oh,
other-
that's what it was. That's what it was.
Do we have any other good fights on this card? Or is this-
Valentina Shevchenko returns as well, and also another dominant champion, like probably the second greatest of all time behind Amanda Nunes for the women's division.
Okay.
She's coming off the first fight that I actually thought she might have lost. She did win, but it was like she usually kicks the fucking shit out of people. Like it's usually convincing. Like you
This
could have
was
easily
tight.
argued that like the other girl won, but she did win the final 2 rounds, which like means a lot in a championship fight. It's championship rounds, but it was a great one. This one, I think she comes back and dominates because the person she's fighting is not as good as the last person she's fighting. I forget her name.
Doesn't matter.
I think it's Grasso. This one.
She stays nameless.
Yeah.
Anyone
exactly,
else? Any other notables? Any of the New England cartel? No.
Nazz isn't here, but Cody Garbrandt undercard could be his last fight if he gets his ass kicked again.
Wait, is Adam not a Cody
Yeah,
fan?
He fucking hates
him.
Cody
Why?
Garbrandt.
He lost a bet
There's a
on him a
lot.
long
That's
time ago.
that's on like 9 different episodes. You can that's
Yeah,
archived.
yeah,
he
yeah.
does have a long-standing.
I'm
beef
gonna have
with
to go
Garbrandt.
back and yeah, I need to hit up Scary Barry, our resident historian of the Steele and Nazz podcast, to know what the beef between him and Cody Garbrandt is.
Yeah, no, there's a few good ones. I mean that's like those are the big name guys, but there are ones like Bo Nichols fighting. He's probably just gonna destroy the guy he's fighting. I think he's like minus like 900 or something. There's a guy, his name's like Matus Gamrot. He usually does sick fights. Like he's kind of like Justin Gaethje was before Gaethje was fighting for like actual titles and shit. Like
Just banging.
yeah, like Gaethje won like fight of the year like 3 times before he was big on like undercards and stuff.
Oh yeah,
'cause he was just
Dustin
scrappy.
Poirier and Gaethje, like those
Yeah.
two are fucking scrappers. That
So
that division's crazy.
Card should be awesome. It should
Love
be a
it.
sick card.
George Proto's house.
Yes.
Proto. Wait, isn't
Proto.
that-
Brodo's the biggest Jon Jones got on the planet, so
Oh.
he's been waiting for this forever.
Oh, I want to be there.
Yeah, you
And I
think
want to
you-
be there fresh off a lights out Laing wing, so he can
Yeah,
shove
yeah,
that in his
big
face.
fight
too.
weekend.
Yeah,
Big
it's an
fight
expensive
George
pay-per-view
Proto is
weekend.
on record as lights out Laing is a fraud, and
And
We're
you
gonna
let that
prove that
guy
wrong.
coach you? You're a fucking fraud for supporting that.
he's an advocator for One-Eyed Wolf versus Lights out Laing. I don't know where the One-Eyed Wolf has been. I think maybe he's moved on to better things.
Have you
So-
not seen?
I've seen him on Power Slap. Yeah, he's doing. I just want him back in Rough and Rowdy real quick though.
I want him back in King's Combat.
Yeah, wherever.
That was a fucking beast.
Wherever we can get him.
If you
Fucking
haven't
One-Eyed Wolf. Woo! No. That was a terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were going for. Then when he did it, I was like, oh, that was a wolf noise, dude. That was,
I think he just went, ooh.
yeah.
Where are you, One-Eyed Wolf? Come out of the fucking woods.
Have you ever seen?
Show
Have you
yourself.
ever seen a wolf?
No.
Do you know what kind of animal a wolf
Are
is?
you getting a wolf tattoo?
Do you know
right?
what kind of species a wolf is?
A dog.
No, a dog is a wolf. Trick question.
Hey.
Didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
What else we got this week? Yeah, like we said, we got March Madness coming up. You guys have any standout picks for who you think is going to take it all this year?
Get ready. We'll say big episode next week. Big episode next week.
I'm gonna see what we got here.
See, wait, didn't we do like a preemptive
Give me Michigan.
pick
yeah,
on?
we picked like the
Yeah,
champions last week.
dude,
But we
I
need to go in
kinda-
depth.
No. Once the bracket comes out, same thing. Steele and Nazz, we're gonna have a March Madness bracket. Get your picks in. We're gonna do a fucking bracket for that. So everyone's gonna be doing their picks once it gets a little bit closer and bracket gets released. But dude, with my team, I picked Purdue last week. They just lost an upset the other day
Yeah.
to the 17 seed. To the point I'm like, that was kind of my team.
who?
I might take. I think it was
It
Indiana.
was Indiana.
I think I might take Indiana for the upset. If they're taking down Purdue like that in a game where it like kind of doesn't matter, almost does. When it comes
bets are
down to-
off, man.
Yeah.
It's March Madness, man. Like it can't be
Best
like
time of the year.
if a team's dominated all year, like
That means nothing.
don't believe in them.
That means
Don't
nothing.
believe in
When
'em.
there's 5 guys on a court, anything can happen.
Great time in Steele and Nazz history in 2020 when we just had got going and they canceled March Madness for COVID.
That's where
You
it
remember
all-
Anton that day? He was dying.
I miss hearing him talk Counter Strike.
That was the day that Anton had to,
Yeah, they had to cancel sports. I'm like, why'd they cancel it again? I'm like, they canceled every fucking
they
sport.
canceled everything.
Not
that
ping
was
pong,
that was
not
the
ping
first
pong.
domino that fell, and he had to pick different ways that he was going to make some money. Ping pong was one of them. Counter Strike was another.
Ping pong. Those
Now
days
he's
are
an
crazy.
NFT guy.
Are you a Benner at all?
I dabble.
Dabble every now and then. What's your favorite sport to
March-
gamble on?
March Madness is a big one.
Yeah, just like you kind of go for like big games and stuff, like more like Super
Yeah.
Bowl bets. Magic, what about you? You never bet before? We kind of got to do
I'm
like
looking to get into this when legal betting becomes legal in Mass.
Okay,
I'm
maybe
gonna
we do
collect
that.
all those free $200.
Have you started? Because
No.
it literally opens this week. So if you don't have it set up, you're not going to get that money that you're talking about.
Okay.
So we can do it
So I
tonight.
got to get on that.
Yeah.
Everyone else should too. if
I
you're
also
not
haven't
betting.
signed up. Yeah, sign up for every single fucking sports betting thing before it becomes legal in Mass, because you'll literally get like $1,000 in free play. Which if fucking then we'll sit down. We'll have an episode where we start Magic with a gambling website legally, and then
Maybe, yeah.
we'll go through.
We could do that this week.
We'll even set one up today, and then maybe we do some content on this weekend of how
Yeah,
how I bet UFC or whatever.
I like that.
But
I'd like to
I
throw
don't-
my first $200 on Jon Jones.
Okay,
yeah.
do it up.
I don't
Maybe
know.
1,000 more.
I don't
Maybe
know if,
5,000.
I don't know if it's legal before this weekend, but we might be able to do it away. We could find a way.
See what happens.
So now, since we're in the middle of the episode, we'll go right into the Scary Barry interview. Enjoy that. Happy to finally have him on the pod. Been a long time fan. We've chilled with him a couple times.
Plenty of times.
Fought in
Too
Kings
many
of Combat. Chilled with
Great
him at
day.
Rough and Rowdy.
Great day.
Yeah, just
Great
check
day.
it
It
out.
is.
We kind of talk about the fights coming up. He's a big fan of Bobby Lights Out Laing, so let's dive right into it before this weekend.
Enjoy.
Coming up. Scary Bear. Right now.
That should do it.
Yeah, I was trying to be like, we still need to like lead into the interview. Like somebody say,
I forgot all that. I was
Yeah.
wrap up. I was like, yeah, get try on.
that's all. Like we just gotta like shout out the sponsors and shit, and we're done.
yeah.
Fuck them this
No,
week.
no.
No, we gotta.
We don't gotta shout them out.
That's like all we gotta do.
Okay.
Just be like that. That was
Yeah.
fucking Scary Barry. Hell of an episode. Big weekend of fights. Shout out to fucking all the fucking things. So we shout out.
Seaport Social. Patrick J. Foley Law Offices.
Oh, he wants to come
Slight
on
edge.
before April 1st to promote his fundraiser for the marathon. So say that too.
Perfect. Okay. And okay.
Laser focus.
Laser focus. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Scary Barry. What an interview.
Let's
Guy's
go.
the fucking champ. He's fucking hungry for it. He's ready to go.
Getting that belt.
Getting that belt. Magic's going to give him the jacket if he wins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't. There wasn't a shake on that, but I mean,
I saw a virtual shake.
Yeah.
You got two witnesses.
Yeah.
That's
my guy
legally
Scary
binding.
Barry
saw
gets the belt. He can have the fucking jacket because God knows I won't deserve it.
But I just want to give a shout out to you guys. Thanks for listening and supporting us always. Shout out to Hedgebetter and Justin for everything he does here. Get down to Seaport Social in the Seaport. Going to be opening up this summer. Going to have the outdoor patio. Place is going
ready.
to actually have a St. Patrick's Day party where they're going to do a seltzer war. So if you have time to go check out Seaport Social in the meantime on the day before St. Patrick's Day itself.
Happy Dad's gonna be there. I think.
Happy Dads are going to be there.
I
Truly's
want
going to
Team
be
Happy
there.
Dad.
Maybe some pirate water. You never know. Shout out Patrick J. Foley in the law offices of Patrick J. Foley, who's also having a fundraiser coming up on
April 1st.
April 1st at JJ Foley's on East Berkeley Street, right in the south end.
We'll be there.
Yep.
I'll actually be at a wedding in Naples.
I will be there.
The other
I'll
Steele
be there as
I've
well.
been there before to his previous events.
Yeah,
Me and
yeah.
Jimmy have gone a few times. The mayor, Quincy, everyone's showing up. It's a great event. He's running the marathon. He always does it for a good cause. I'm pretty sure he does it for Children's Boston Hospital. So go support him. He's always supported us. And yeah, great episode
Slight
today,
Edge
guys.
Fitness and Performance.
Oh, Slight Edge
Get in
Fitness and
there.
Performance. Go down and see Craig Kelly. If you're trying to cut down on those pounds before summertime, there's 3 months left. You better be fucking focused. I got this guy in the gym every single day.
Not
Planks,
true, but-
push-ups, but I'm trying.
I'm
but
trying.
If you need a little extra motivation, make sure to check out Craig Kelly at slightedgefitness.com. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
next
you.
time.
Yep.
Peace.